Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Attorney General. In today's rental property shortage, too many families or individuals are being forced to surrender their long-time animal companions to secure a roof over their head. Over the last couple of years, too many Tasmanians have been forced to make a heartbreaking choice. Do they surrender their beloved pet to secure a rental property, or keep their pet and risk homelessness and a life on our streets? Attorney, it is time for Tasmania's Residential Tenancy Act to be revised to align with Victoria and Queensland, where landlords must provide a good reason why pets are not allowed in rental properties. Attorney, could you please confirm if the government will make the necessary legislative changes to put an end to this situation? Is this a government with heart, as the Premier claims? Thank you.
Attorney General.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank Ms Alexander for her question. We recognise how important pets are for people and to understand that some tenants rely on the comfort, the interaction and companionship of their animals, particularly for their mental health and well-being. Difficult topic for me in the last week or so, having just recently lost my own pet. But with the owner's approval, Tasmanian tenants can currently have their pets, I acknowledge, in residential properties, and many pleasingly do, Mr. Speaker, and we welcome that. But I also acknowledge the balance argument here that we need to also afford landowners in terms of their properties. Some have had some pretty awful experiences. I've had landlords contact me with those experiences, and so I'm very, very mindful of trying to have a balanced situation here. But I'm very sympathetic. Of course I'm very sympathetic. I think anybody who owns a pet is sympathetic to what they provide to us in terms of their own way of love and support. So I am giving this careful consideration. I've made public comments to that effect, particularly in the media, that what I do favour is perhaps a pet bond, so that there is an amount paid to cover a situation where there might be damage that's caused to a property by a pet. But I do acknowledge that in some situations an additional fee like that can be problematic for some people. So all of these issues are being considered in the context of any amendment that might be required to the Residential Tenancy Act, as well as a number of other issues that I've committed to looking at under that particular Act, Mr. Speaker. So in short, I am looking at it. I can give the House that undertaking, that I'm taking this issue very seriously, that I acknowledge that pets are important to people, and that I will give this active consideration with a view to providing some reform to the Residential Tenancy Act if required.
Mr. Speaker.